morning. My hands are so dry. I'm having to put something lotion on there. They're so dry. They feel crackly. I didn't get to talk to y'all much yesterday. I did our little video with my little grandkids yesterday morning, and they had spent the night. We were so tired. By the time they went home, y'all, we were so tired. Ooh, that smells so good. That is La Vie Estebelle or whatever. I don't know. I got it from Lancome with in one of my little. It smells good though. I don't think I've ever bought that perfume, but somehow I have the lotion. It smells good. But anyway, good morning. First of all, let me tell y'all, I don't have any Alani because I do have some, but I didn't have it in the refrigerator because my daughter, Emily Ann Leone, drank the ones I had in the refrigerator, and so I didn't know that I was out. So we're not going to talk about that. So, but I've got some Flirt on deck. But the other day when the stuff first came out, the apple, caramel apple, the witch's brew, and the whatever the other apple is, came out, I saw a video of someone talking about this gorilla mind. I don't know. It looks scary. Alani and Flirt looks all girly and all that, and these big old ones look scary to me. But truth be told, they probably have less. I don't have my glasses on, but truth be told, they probably have less caffeine in them than the other ones. But again, I only drink one a day, so it's gonna be fine. But I'm not an apple girl. I told y'all that. So I don't even know if I'm gonna like this, but everybody was saying it's so much better than the Alani one, so I'm gonna try it. But I've got guava lava on deck because I know I love Flirt. So, but I just thought I'd try it since I have it. Oh, it's strong smelling. It's strong smelling. I can smell it already. Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me. It's good. It just has like apple, yeah. That'd be a no. We'll just go with guava lava. I know I love it. So, but anyway, I thought this morning, I'm gonna tell them a home story, which I got home stories I could tell y'all and all things, but I just can't get my mind off of this Lindsay Clancy thing. I don't want to talk about it. Y'all don't want me to talk about it. I know, and I don't want to, but I just think about my mother, and I think about all these young mothers that are, you're outside the courthouse, you're Me Tooing. Listen, if it was Me Too, then we'd have a bunch of, children, What I want to say about it is this. A lot of you're young and you're idealistic and you've been through some things. My own daughter, she has suffered with postpartum, so she identifies with this woman, and many of you do. I had postpartum. I didn't have it with Hunter and Chase, but I had it with Emily Ann. Real bad. Listen, I had it so badly that someone gave me a plant. This plant that was in one of these little ceramic containers that was a real plant, and they're a little ivy or something. And it was a little ceramic pink baby doll stroller. And, we used to get those. And I decided in my mind that I had to keep that plant alive or I was not going to be able to keep her alive. And when I tell you I took better care of the plant than I did her, hear me. Just hear me, okay? Ask Kitty. We were leaving one time and he said, I'm going to need you to get the baby and not the plant. Okay? I was out of my mind. Okay? So I understand. I cried all the time if my hamburger was wrong. If you brought me a hamburger, because I don't like hamburgers. So all the things. I understand it. I understand with about anxiety, depression, anger. I understand all those things. I've been there. I have taken those meds. I have seen a psychologist, all the things. My mother as well. My mother had her first 2 children taken away from her, okay? She was proven unfit. Then she had 4 more children. 2 by my father, who she was only married to till I was about 3. Let me get a drink. And then 2 more later on, different stories. She wasn't married to those fathers. Anyway, I'm not telling, my siblings are alive and I'm telling their stories, but she had 4 children. She had the first 2 taken away, and then she tried to raise 4. She worked in the bars. Okay, she had nobody there to help her. She did not have a nanny. She did not have a husband. She did not have neighbors. We were new to every neighborhood. Every 5 minutes, we moved constantly. She did not have help. She worked in bars for tips. Okay. We had no money. We slept on floors. We had no food. We were constantly kicked out of houses. We would come home from wherever we were many times to find all of our things on the street. We had been evicted. I could go on and on. She was bipolar. She was happy one minute. The next minute she was throwing me through a window. Okay. I could go on and on. But here's the thing. I'm still here to tell you about it. I'm still here to tell you about it. Okay. All of my siblings are still alive. They're still alive. Because as bad as it was for her, as bad and as mentally, as many mental issues as she had, and alcohol and all the things and no help, she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Okay. I just want to read you a couple of things real fast. And I'm not going to talk about it again. I promise y'all that I'm not, because I know it's a controversial subject, and I don't want to be controversial, but I can't help it because I feel, like I said before, I feel a kinship to the children, you know. There's a lady named Stephanie Decker. This is a mother who became a human shield. In 2012, a tornado was tearing Stephanie Decker's Indiana home apart, and her 8-year-old son and her 5-year-old daughter in the basement. Stephanie wrapped her children in a blanket, put them underneath her, and laid her body down over them while the house collapsed on top of her. Steel beams crushed her legs, but she never moved away from her children. Both children came out alive. Stephanie lost both of her legs. Nikki Bradshaw Carpenter, a mother who gave her life when an EF4 tornado came through Mississippi in 2010, 30-year-old Nikki Carpenter was with her 3 sons. She covered her boys with a mattress and then laid her own body on top of that mattress as the tornado destroyed their home. When rescuers dug through the wreckage, they found the 3 little boys alive, and Nikki was found on top of them. She died protecting her children. Shelby Carter, a mother who had seconds to save her baby. Shelby Carter was 21 years old when a fire trapped her upstairs with her newborn baby girl. She couldn't get herself and her baby out, so with only seconds to decide what to do, Shelby strapped her baby secure in a car seat and dropped her out the second-story window. Firefighters found the baby alive on the ground outside, and Shelby never made it outside the house. Angela Cavello, the mother who lifted a car off her son. When Angela Cavello's teenage son became pinned underneath a Chevy Impala that had fallen on her, he was working underneath. Angela ran outside and did something that should have been beyond her physical strength. She lifted the side of the car off her son and held it up long enough for others to pull him free. In that moment, apparently her body didn't care what she was originally capable of. Her child was underneath the car and she lifted it. I could go on and on and on with those stories. I've got more of them there. On and on and on about stories of mothers who did unthinkable things, gave their life for their children. Align yourself with them. Me too with those mamas. Me too with those mamas. Because just because you've been through, you know, postpartum or any kind of hardship, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. You can say me too, and you can stand outside a courthouse, me too, me too. I've felt it. I felt like it would be easier if I didn't have children. And I know my mother felt that way because of her issues, because of her mental issues. So if you need to align yourself with somebody, align yourself with my mother. Align yourself with my mother. She did all the bad things, all the bad things, all the neglectful things, all the bad things. But she didn't do that. She didn't do that. So don't sell yourself short. Don't say, oh, it could have been me, because it couldn't have been. Don't do that to yourselves. It couldn't have been. No, it couldn't have been. Good morning. I love y'all.